come and check the principal out. And, then at that time you could let us know if you want to continue to move forward or if indeed you don't feel,
So that means if you don't like it, that means we have the option of moving back to the school where we are going right now.
You absolutely do, yes. The question is, could, if in April, once I meet the principal, I'm not sure, could I return to my former school? Absolutely. Jane? Okay, just checking to make sure. Yes, sir.
Perhaps it was said at the beginning, but just for numbers' sake, considering all the students that are currently here at Northside, if they all decided to stay, how many seats are available?
Well, we're factoring all of that in, and we know that there will be a number of seats available, quite a number. And yet that is, the question is, if you didn't hear, is why, how do we know and about how many seats? That's why we are asking if our Northside attendance area folks already are committed and want to move forward. If you wouldn't mind getting your paperwork in, just giving us that form that is, yes, I'm in, I think I'm in, then that helps us to know how many slots we have. Once the slots are filled, we create a waiting list. So as folks decide, or change their mind or whatever, we're able to call the next person on the list. Good. Yes, right here in the green. So thank you. The question is, obviously the demand may be greater than the number of slots, and how are we, serving the needs in other schools. STEAM is the direction that the entire district is going. I don't know if you all are aware, but Ann Arbor Public Schools is the only district in the country to have a partnership with Toyota Corporation. It is around STEAM and STEAM education. And so we're very excited to be the first with that kind of partnership, and those benefits, along with all of the rich stuff out of our technology bond, the rich devices and wireless and learning and integrating technology into learning, those efforts are underway in all buildings. However, this building is built on that concept. And I will share with you, I've also had folks call and say, how do I not do STEAM if I live in the Northside neighborhood? So it is clear to me that some folks will want more of that, some folks not so much of it. So, but we'll continue to monitor and continue to listen, and if there's more demand, we certainly can do more of this, at other locations. Yes, huh?
The last thing you said kind of segues into what I'm thinking.
Beautiful. Thank you. So the question is to extend that idea of what if I live in the Northside neighborhood and I'm not interested? First part of it, how do we teach subject areas that are not directly related to the science, technology, engineering, arts, and math? As Marilyn pointed out at the beginning, it's all of our curriculum is taught. So everything is taught. We don't abandon anything. It's just that things are taught within this integrated kind of wheel. So that history is woven in, but all of the standards are covered, and as we're back with you more, we'll be able to give you more specific examples of what a history lesson might look like in a STEAM format environment. If you are in Northside and not interested in attending this program, we do need to hear from you, and I know that Jane will be working those things out on a case-by-case basis, but we want to attend to everyone's preference and everyone's needs. So, yes, sir, right here. Well, our 6th, 7th, and 8th graders in this area will have the same options for middle that they've always had. So So 6th, 7th, and 8th graders in the Northside area are not required to come to Northside STEAM. It is an option, but the boundaries for middle school still are intact. So if they choose to go to Clegg or whatever their middle school is, that still is the way they should do. Now, if you're in K-5 in Northside, we'll ask that you just shoot us an email and let us know that you're not interested, because we'd like to handle that based on your address, the school that you're currently going to, and work that out on a case-by-case basis. If there was busing before to Clegg, then none of that has changed. It is all intact. Yes. Good. Yes, sir. And then I'll be right back there. Yes. Yes, and the question is, what date will we know? Yes, and the applications are due April 1st, and our commitment is to inform all those that have applied by April 15th. So that is a 2-week period, and we will be back in touch with you. Yes, right here. Yes. If one child is admitted, how does it work with siblings, Ms. Landau? The lady with the answers.
That's always a tough question, as Dr. Smith would say. I think right now we try not to split students, so that it wouldn't necessarily mean if one student got in, the other one would also too. So that's been our practice as we look at in-district transfers as well. Some families do decide that that's what they want to do, to split the students, but it's not a guarantee that they could both be split in if one got in.
But they are prioritized because of their sibling status, yes.
Once they're in the previous year, once they're in the previous year, they would be prioritized for the following year.
So is it like
Okay.
community or not? Is it like community high school or not?
No. Thank you. Yes, right there. Was that your question? Oh, Ms. Bailey's answering it, I think. Okay. Yes. That was your question. Yes, sir.
I'm just wondering, a lot of the students that go to the team directly entering the workforce, more percentage than they do normal high school, public school, or a higher percentage going through university,
Great question. So the question is, does the STEAM student tend more to a career, directly into career, or more into traditional university path? What we're seeing so far, and it's new, but we're seeing so far is both. And in fact, what we heard out at Toyota Corporation is they said what they really need are students right out of high school who will do some level of technology work. And help me out, Marilyn, what was that program that they, it wasn't CAD, but it was something, it was programming. That they want kids right out of high school that will program. And then typically those students may go back for a bachelor's and stay with Toyota, or they may not. They may stay there as a career and technology focus. So I don't know that answer, but I know there are both, definitely. So, yes. Our high schools the question is there a plan to add 9 through 12? Our high schools have been well represented. I don't know if you all know, but a group of our staff went to Singapore this summer to really study this sort of teaching and learning, and there is great work among our high schools with robotics and with Project Lead the Way and with all sorts of technology and STEAM focus. And that really is across our high schools, so we don't have one that's more than the others right now. Yes, ma'am, in the back.
If a student chose to opt out, could they later get back in, like the following year or something? Is somebody in the Northside district?
Always the Northside attendance area will have, this is their home school. So that is a given. Thank you. Yes, right here, sir.
Is there a way to ensure gender balance in the lottery?
That's a great question. Is there a way to ensure gender balance in the lottery.